Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Doxy, and today we are looking at 10 shows that apparently are so good that they're impossible to hate. And as someone who is naturally grumpy about most things in life, I find that very, very hard to believe. But I'm going to give them a chance. I'm going to be the judge myself. Hopefully you guys enjoy it, and if you agree or disagree with this list, let me know in the comments and we'll have a little chit chat. You know how it goes. But with all that being said, I'm going to shut up. Let's get straight into the video. Go on then, Ashley, prove me wrong. I'm intrigued. I've not seen anything so far that's impossible to hate. Good shows, but not impossible to hate. But I'll give you a chance. I'll let you cook.
Number 10, Yu Hakusho.
Not impossible to hate.
90s shonen series with devoted fans. However, Yu Hakusho arguably has the fewest detractors.
I would argue, actually, because I know a lot of people that really dislike this show. I know a lot of people that refer to this show as Yu a virgin because they believe if you enjoy this show, you probably don't get a lot of romantic interest. That's not necessarily my opinion. I'm just saying, if a lot of people think that, then it's not impossible. But carry on, Ashley. I will let you continue.
Hey!
Oh, why is it in English? I don't like that. That might be a me thing,
The
but
show
no.
follows spirit detective Yusuke and his friends as they battle various supernatural threats. The characters are compelling and the story is well told. And
It does have a very good story.
Like some of its peers.
It's a very, very good show, actually, if given the chance, but a lot of people judge it too early, I suppose.
The action and animation hold up surprisingly well. Even the dub is praised. And we all know how
I'm
rare
sure the
that
dub's
is.
great, but
Yu
I just don't
Hakusho
like English
also
anime.
proved
That's just me.
incredibly influential on the genre, with dozens of its successors taking inspiration from it. It might be comparatively underrated, but few who have seen it would speak against Yu Hakusho.
I wouldn't say underrated, because I know there's a lot of people out there that put Yu Hakusho very, very high on the list of like best shows ever, because it does have a good story, it does have phenomenal fight scenes, and the characters, for the most part, are very, very likable. But I wouldn't say it's impossible to hate either, because on the flip side of all that positive stuff I just said, there are people that will realise the characters do get annoying sometimes, or they'll be jarred out by the 90s art style. So as good as this show is, I can also see why people could dislike it. So good show, not impossible to hate, not in my opinion.
What is that? Something powerful.
I don't like the voice acting in English at all. Like, I know people say like the acting is good in the dub. I don't like it.
Number 9,
Frieren, haven't seen it, cannot have an opinion.
Perhaps the only complaint you'll see about Frieren is its slower pace.
I
While
can deal with that.
accurate, nobody hates the show because of it.
Please say this is in English as well.
The journeys of the eponymous elf mage have won the hearts of millions. The animation is gorgeous.
That's not good.
Renders slice of life and action scenes with equal beauty. The soundtrack is stirring and moving too.
Ooh, epic. Is this show actually worth watching though? Because I ask this a lot, but I've still never seen it.
The pace of the show is measured, yet in its quiet moments, Frieren delivers incredible insight into its characters,
like the art
themes,
style.
and world. Frieren Beyond Journey's End continues to go beyond everyone's expectations, and we absolutely love it.
I might have to give it a watch.
Number 8,
Gintama. Okay, yeah, no one badmouths this show in my presence.
Gintama may not make everyone laugh.
It's funny. It doesn't take itself too seriously. I like that. I can deal with
A
it.
bizarre mashup of sci-fi, samurai, and fourth wall breaking comedy,
And a lot of One Piece
Gintama is
references.
weird and utterly unique. Despite its emphasis on comedy, the series does contain some serious elements,
it does.
particularly as time goes on, with some incredibly intense battles.
I remember this scene. I like the
While its
transitions
heavy
as well.
reliance on in-jokes and Japanese humor has left it more of a cult classic outside of Japan, Gintama is still as well liked as it is underwatched.
Okay, a lot of people think this is just a show that kind of pokes fun at other shows or references other shows. Yes, it does do that, but it's also, as they said very well, it has its own themes, it has its own story, and it's also a very good story. Maybe it's not up there with the stories of like Fullmetal Alchemist or One Piece or Naruto or whatever, but in its own right, it is a very underrated show, and I can't personally see a world of which anyone could hate this show, so I do agree with this one. There's nothing to hate here. It's funny, it's serious, it's likable, the characters are cool, the art style looks nice. What do you have to complain about? That's how I see it, at least.
People even like the filler.
That's because it's fun. Like, it ain't gotta be super serious. It can be a bit tongue-in-cheek sometimes. It's cool. Live a little. Enjoy yourself.
Number 7, Natsume's Book of
I have not
Friends.
seen this in
A teenage
years.
boy with the ability to see spirits and yokai is a typical anime setup.
Yep.
But it's in its execution that Natsume's Book of Friends differs from the rest.
I remember this show being quite cute, in like a cool way. Also very weird.
The titular Natsume Takashi doesn't fight spirits, but instead seeks to understand and empathize with them.
Which is very
Conflicts,
different.
wholesomeness,
I like that.
And emotional backstories are the order of the day with this anime. The sheer amount of depth packed into each episode is impressive.
I don't remember a lot about this show, but I remember enjoying it at one point in my life.
While it may not have much international recognition, everyone who knows Natsume's Book of Friends knows it's a real page-turner.
I'm gonna go back and watch that again at some point and see if I feel differently. Or see if I can appreciate it more, I should say.
Number 6, Dandadan.
Dandadan, yeah, okay, fair
Love
enough.
is always a hurricane.
Fair enough.
And Dandadan is one wild storm.
I can already see why people would not like this show though, so I disagree with this one already.
Bursting onto the scene with a ton of energy and a totally unique feel, Dandadan was an instant favorite for many. Momo and Okuran's encounters with aliens and ghosts lead to comedy, romance, and action in equal measure.
I'm going to disagree with this one because as much as I really enjoy this show, I can see a big glaring issue that might cause a lot of people to dislike this show because it is really weird. And I think if you're newer to anime or you're more casual, or if you found the show through TikTok because it blasts the OP everywhere and you've checked it out on Netflix, you might get that weirdness and go, I don't get it. And I can completely get that, I completely understand that. And I think for all the people that really do like it and think it's wonderful, there are people that will think it's too weird or it's too grotesque or it's too kind of out there for them. So good show, again, really good show. Not impossible to hate, not by any stretch of the imagination.
But the presentation is what won so many hearts.
It also
The
does
series
look very
expertly
beautiful, yes.
transitions from chaotic action to hysterical comedy to adorable romantic moments, sometimes all in the same scene.
But I think that's what I mean by people will dislike it. Like, it's very jumpy between topics, and that might again put people
Dandadan
off.
doesn't compromise by emphasizing one tone instead of another, but instead embraces them all with equal enthusiasm.
While still being an acid trip.
Adores it. Number 5, Mob Psycho.
Mob Psycho.
100.
Yep, no words.
Psycho
Agreed
powers
completely.
can't solve
Continue.
every problem. Mob is a young Esper who struggles with emotions, girls,
Friends,
and making friends
girls,
are often
yep.
as difficult
All
as
the
his
important
battles
things.
against ghosts and other psychics.
This is a brilliant show. Like, no word of a lie, this is such a good show. Everyone should watch this show.
Mob Psycho 100 is packed with incredible action scenes with beautifully fluid animation.
But a terrible haircut on the main character.
And personal growth throughout the show are well done and truly heartwarming. The series will make you laugh, cry, and maybe become a better person.
It's a lot of tweets.
成長したな、お前。
Mob Psycho 100 is as difficult to hate as the Body Improvement Club.
This I do agree with,
Impossible
yes.
to hate is what we're saying. Fight on.
モブ
Also, the OP is wonderful as well. Like, all of them are pretty good.
はい。
Number 4, Gurren Laggan.
Gurren Laggan.
Your blood would
Yeah.
need to run cold
Yeah, I
indeed
can see it.
not to enjoy this hot-blooded mecha anime. Simon,
Some people don't like mech
Wrestle
animes, though.
Gurren's giant mecha battles take them from deep underground to the stars above.
Bonk.
The extensive cast each get their own chance to develop, since, much like the drills that feature throughout, they all keep moving forward. For as audacious and outlandish as Gurren Laggan is, its themes include touching
It's
down to
fun.
ideas like believing in yourself.
It's fun and empowering. Let it be itself, man. It's great. I love this show. Again, though, I know people who don't like this show either.
Spiral to hate Gurren Laggan because its lovability pierces the heavens themselves.
What number are we on?
Hunter x
3, Hunter x Hunter.
It's amazing that the creators
Remake or
of Yu
original?
Hakusho managed to make two series that are universally acclaimed.
This is a reboot, isn't it? This is 2011. Yeah. Ooh.
Hunter x Hunter is somehow both a wholesome shonen adventure series and a show that deconstructs the genre's tropes in dark and interesting ways.
Yeah,
The
it does it
slightly
very
haunted
uniquely.
search for his father leads to several distinct and varied smaller stories along the way, including everything from a mafia conflict to a video game isekai.
It's got a lot going on.
レスで一度でも勝つことができたら相手になろう。
Hunter x Hunter
No
has
pressure.
earned millions of fans thanks to its intricate storytelling, great characters, and brilliantly realized power system, among many other things.
I don't know anyone who doesn't like this show, I must admit. So I can't really argue here.
In fact, you could argue that the only thing people hate about it is that we may never get a complete adaptation.
That's the one issue, yes. It won't finish. And that is very sad to someone like me and a lot of people, but we got good stuff.
Number 2, Full Metal Alchemist.
Absolutely.
Brotherhood.
I'm saying this now. If you come to me in these comments and say you dislike Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, me and you have got beef. Like, this show is insane. It is perfect. It is wonderful. It is, in my opinion, one of the greatest shows of all time, if not the greatest show of all time. Maybe behind Cowboy Bebop, but that's a conversation for another day. This is phenomenal. And I don't know anyone who doesn't like it. And if you do, then honestly, I don't know what to say to you. You're a dum-dum. It's
Almost
so
no
good.
bad mounts FMAB. It's just too good.
Phenomenal.
兄さんなんか変だよ
Yeah, major wrong, mate. You're about to lose your arm.
An epic adventure series, Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, follows Ed and Al Elric on their quest to regain their bodies after a disastrous and grim mistake.
Trying to bring back someone.
君たちの家に行ったぞ。なんだあのありさまは。何を救った。
Their simple quest soon builds into a story on a massive scale, yet it never loses its heart. The
Ah.
show's themes are deep and touch on
It's got
everything
so
from the
much
core nature
soul.
of the human soul. Its action is spectacular, it's funny yet tragic. This anime does a little bit of everything, and it does everything practically perfectly.
Just don't show me the Chimera scene again because it kills me internally. Just don't do it.
Number
Speak of the
1,
devil, Cowboy Bebop.
This
Perfect
series
show.
is simply too cool to dislike.
Perfect.
The adventures and misadventures of the Bebop crew have been so popular for decades for many reasons.
This show is everything that it needs to be. The art style, the music, the characters, the story, it flows into some wiggly worm of perfection, and I love it. I don't know anyone who dislikes this show. If you do, then just don't talk to me, because this show deserves no haters. It deserves nothing but love. Everyone watch it. Everyone obsess over it. I've been obsessing over it for years. I will continue to obsess over it for years. This show is just like the one before it with Fullmetal Alchemist, this show is perfect. And it really is a toss-up between which one is better on the best show ever list. There are no other contenders. It's only these two.
It's a frequent gateway anime for many.
Doesn't
The
matter, it's
animation holds
good.
up incredibly well. The series draws from a lot of genres, which make it appeal to fans of many kinds of stories. Speaking of genres, the music is eclectic, yet absolutely flawless
Music is
throughout.
perfect. It's beautiful. It gets you in the feels when it needs
Anime
to.
dub is easily front and center in the anime dub.
I don't watch
fame.
dubs, I watch subs, so I wouldn't
Cowboy
know.
Bebop is an anime that just about everyone considers a jam.
It is. It's the most jammest of jams.
Is there an anime that gets no hate that you hate we forgot?
Is there? I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to think now. Is there any other shows that I would put on this list that, like, no one dislikes? You could argue, like, Spy Family, but again, I can see people disliking that for, like, Lloyd and Yor's relationship being quote-unquote fake. So, no, I can't really think of any shows that have no haters. Can you guys, though? Because, like, I'm obviously running a blank right now, so if you'd be so kind, let me know in the comments if there's any shows that you think should have made this list, or if there's any other shows that you can think of that literally just get no hate from anyone. I hope you enjoyed it. Like, I really enjoyed this because I've been proven wrong. I said at the start that I don't think there's any shows that are just impossible to hate, and then they's listed like 5 or 6, like Fullmetal Alchemist, I agree. Cowboy Bebop, I agree. Hunter x Hunter, I agree. They're all brilliant shows that I can't really pick a hole in. Like, I can't find you a selection of people that don't like these shows. So amazingly, I'm having to actually sit here and say that I agree with Watch Mojo, and that pains my soul. I did it with IGN in the past, but Watch Mojo is the one I never thought I'd agree with in any capacity. But I've been proven wrong. There are shows that are just that good that you can't hate, and I will hold my hands up. I was wrong. But yeah, like I said before, I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you've got this far in the video, then you obviously enjoyed the video, or you just enjoy videos like this. So if you want to see more like this, hit the subscribe button below and hit the bell if you want to get notified about all the videos that I make. I've been Darksy. You've been beautiful. Stay classy, guys, and I will see you soon for more big old projects. Take care and peace.